For ye heard of my conversations in times past in the Jews' religion, how that beyond measure I persecuted the church of God and wasted it.
Beyond the breaks. This one verse, Paul just admit that he tore the church up. He persecuted the church. He hunted people down mercifully because he didn't believe in this new Jesus that everybody was talking about. And he said, I pressed the church so hard beyond measure, beyond where you could ever think. I killed folk. I made sure I wanted to annihilate the church, and I put such a squeeze on this lying folk with this new religion, talking about this Jesus and all this crazy stuff and all this cult, Paul thought, against the Jews' religion. Until one day God, the Lord, met him on the road of Damascus. But I want to talk about when you are pressed beyond measure, beyond your breaking point. The enemy, no matter what Paul was, at the time, he was an enemy to the church. And the enemy will press you to a point where you can be going beyond your breaking point. Have you ever got to a point where you just wanted to give up or you wanted to beat everything? Where you wanted to quit a job? Where you got tired? The person you were dealing with, living with, married to, you wanted to just, while I'm here. You get beyond your breaking points because the enemy will press you beyond your measure. And there's a measure for everybody to have when they get pressed. The devil will press you upon your measure. You'll get to the point where you are in a breaking point. And people don't understand when you're beyond your measure and beyond your breaking point, you can get broken easily. Certain things can happen to you. You could be fighting to get everything right and get everything moving, and the devil will break you into a place where, oh, Lord, I'm just tired. I got beyond that point. I got broken to a point where folk didn't want to hear you or hear me, or I want to hear them. You get a point where you don't want to talk. You get to a point, because that's, something's on you right now, pushing you. And when you finally got certain things together, it's like the bridge just broke right in front of you. And when you get you certain things, you can only walk but so far before the devil blow up your bridge, baby. Now, it's bad when you blow it up. But the enemy will blow up your bridge, or somebody else will blow up your bridge. And you see your way out. Have you ever seen your way out, but you couldn't get to it? Have you ever seen your miracle and you can't stretch to get it? Have you seen an opportunity and it was here so close but so far? Have you ever seen you was one interview away from your dream job? And you at a breaking point where you get so, I'm close, but I'm so far. And you can see your deliverance, but it's between that gulf. And I tell people, when you get to that breaking point, you got to strategize and you got to be inventive of how you're going to get across. Because the bridge ain't going to get fixed. You got to find a way you got to have a strategy to get out of your situation. And you can ask God for that, because God will give you a strategy. Because sometimes you just don't need somebody to build the bridge over, you just need to cross. It can stay broken. You just got to get a way across of it. Because see, I'm right here, but I got to get over there. So I'm going to get over there. Either God will drop a rope so you can throw it across, so you can swing across. But you gotta walk that tightrope with for 5 years I was walking a tightrope full of finances. How am I gonna get across from my lack? I see money, I see wealth, but how am I gonna get to this building? How am I gonna get this new job? And see why a lot of people die on the other side and they can see their promise right there? They're scared to cross. Don't be afraid to fall. Because if you're so afraid to fall, you would never try to make that cross. If you never try to get that job, you'd be scared to move forward. If you're scared to do anything new, you will fall. You got to take the chance. You're going to die there. If your food is on the other side and you on the other side of that break, you're going to die anyway. So take the chance and make that cross. Staying here, we'll die. But just by a chance, don't worry about the wind. And see, sometimes you got to test when it's time to cross. Now, if the wind blowing, don't you walk across that tightrope. You know it's going to blow and blow you down. Some people do the right thing at the wrong time. Test and make sure the conditions are right before you make that cross. Before you do something. Bible say, count up the cost before you go to war. It's not that you ain't had a bad idea, you had it at the wrong time. The Bible say, all things are lawful, but some things are not expedient. Some things are just not the right time to do. Find out if the wind right, lick your finger before you try to walk that tightrope. And if you're so scared to do like this, then you straddle it and crawl across. If the rope ain't working for you, then you get a tree and cut it down. You find a way across. It don't matter if the bridge is broken, it don't matter that the bridge is broken. All you got to do is get over to the other side. The devil will always try to blow up your bridge. But all he can do is break a break. All you got to do is find a way over. And sometimes you don't have to go over, you can go under. Now, it's longer under, but as long as you get to the other side. And see, we don't want to make those attempts to move to destiny. We don't want to make the attempts to move to greatness. That's why some of us are sitting in the same position for the last 20 years. Why everybody out and I ain't out? Because you were scared to cross. But my bridge is broken. Their bridge is broken a lot longer than yours. Matter of fact, they had a farther distance to go and they made it across. How come you can't make it? And some of us, we don't even have to need an apparatus. All we have to do is jump. That's why I don't want to hear when people, I have a little bump in my arm. I almost lost my arm. Oh, I can't make it no more. I just had a big fight with my wife. Well, I had a fight in the war. Every time, I'm shell-shocked. Some people I find out, I'm like, why you ain't moving? You see that crack? Just walk across it. And you got some folk are scared to walk across a crack. So I let them stay and die, because there's no reason for you not to cross. You just don't want to. Go beyond your brakes. If you can't get it, reach across and get what you need to have, because it's on the other side of you. And don't let no devil in hell stop you from getting to what God called you to do. I don't let folk coming or going stop me from doing the will of God. I don't care who show up, who here. We here. And we look cute. And God is going to bring what you need in. You don't have to wait on folk. Let me say this. I don't wait on broken promises, broken dreams anymore. I'm a type of leader or pastor, after too many times, you ain't going to call wolf on me. I see you or see it when it happens. Oh, pastor, all right there. I ain't walk across that broken bridge no more. Now I learned not to even walk across the bridge that's broke. If that's a good bridge, I'll take my time and walk all the way around because I know it's sure. I stopped walking around people broken promises. If they don't do it right in their own life, what make you think they're going to do it right in my life? If folk look behind people and look where they cross, look where they at, look what they accomplished. Did they get over any hurdles in their life? That's why when I tell folk, give me a marriage advice, I look at your marriage. You did it? You success? Some people give me financial advice. I I look better than you on a financial portfolio. Why I'm going to take it? I said one time, this guy, little skinny guy was in the gym. Look, he all, and this other guy said, man, he a good trainer. I looked at him, I said, who? The guy right there, he a good trainer. He said, man, and the other guy, he walks up, yeah, I train people. And I mean, I'm just as raw, I'm sorry. I said, no, that's okay. No, I can train you. He kept, you try to be nice about it. And I said to him, and I said, he walked away a little bit, and he come look at man, you can use me. I said, no, I can't. Well, you want to use me? I said, you gotta look better than me. I just told him. I said, I'm in the harm, bro. You gotta look better than me. I'm not trying to. I said, I ain't trying to disrespect you. But if you don't look better than me, that means what you're doing ain't working. So why should I do it? What I do work. I went beyond my break. So don't tell me to do something that you haven't did before, or gone places you never gone before. Don't possess something you ain't got a point of reference for. How did you make it across? Because you know why I can believe you? Because you're on the other side. And you are on the other side that I'm trying to get to. And Jesus told, Paul said, I pushed them beyond their brinks. I make sure the enemy will make sure you don't make it. The enemy will always lie to you and embarrass you. But you got to learn how to fight through, crawl across, slide across, jump across, cut down a tree, whatever you got to do to make it across, and you might not have everybody to help you. I learned doing this thing, I ain't got everybody to help me. I learned doing this thing, I ain't got all the support. But I can do all things through Christ. And you know what? I find out when people come and ask you for stuff, I start charging folk. People say, what do you mean, Pastor? Well, and now I don't mind doing stuff if it's causing something for ministry and praying, that's free. Prayer is free. Great. But anytime I take something out of this church, I'm going to charge you. Oh, can we borrow this from your church? No, we don't borrow anything. We rent and lease. Why? Why you do that? Because it's called donation. You don't run on prayer alone. This place don't run on air. We got heat. The heat comes from BG&E. I ain't got a bonfire up in here. It costs money to do ministry. Prayer is free. Because we're getting it from God. But ministry costs. And there's a cost for you to cross. Now, if I chop down a tree and I cross and you come behind me, now I'm wrong for kicking the tree down so you can't get across. Now, if the wind blow the tree down, I'm not going to come there and chop another tree so you can get across. I made it across. You better come off my glory, come off my wind, come off that blessing while I'm coming across. Some people get that after blessing. But don't wait. Now, I'm gonna swing across and not keep the rope. I'm going to throw you. But if you're scared to swing, then you stay. Because I ain't going to stand on the other side and die with you and keep you company. Like, I'm going to say, come on. I'm going to encourage you. Come on across. You can make it. It's not that far. You can make it. Come on. Have you ever begged people to do something right? Have you ever begged people to, hey, is Glory over here? Have you ever asked people, hey, come on, try this job. I got a job waiting for you. Come on across. Oh, I don't like doing that. I don't want to do that. Come on across. But some people can't go beyond their break. And I ain't going to stand there and keep begging you to come on, because that means you don't want it. And I can't want for you more than you want for yourself. And I stopped asking people and try to live somebody else's life and try to make sure, it's good over here, and convince them. After a while, before I'll be begging all day, running man, doing magic tricks, trying to get you to come on over. Now I don't do that. I'm getting too old now. You know what? I'm running out of breath. I'm running out of time. I'm going to ask you once or twice, maybe thrice. I'll give you the Father, Son, Holy Ghost acts, and I'm gone. Because you don't want it. You don't want to make it across. And if you ain't going to help, here it is again. If I crossed over, then I should lend you a hand and get you over. But one thing I'm not going to do is let you pull me down. Both of us don't need to fall in a ditch. Both of us don't need to fall off the cliff. I made a way for you to cross with the broken bridge. Some people don't want to make it across. I give people, I say, hey, let's do this, let's do that. Oh, I need a little extra money. Well, won't you come into the church and help out now? See if I can give you a piece of change for that. Oh, I don't know about coming all the way down there. Well, you don't want no change. You got to want it. And you want to, hear this again. Everybody don't want to go over to the other side. Well, what do you mean, Pastor? Look at the children of Israel. They wandered for 40 years and the older folk died. And you know what? Historically, they could have got through the wilderness in about 2 to 3 days. How can you get through a wilderness place in 2 or 3 days and be in there for 40 years? Oh, look at the man Jesus wanted to heal at the pool of Bethesda, that he laid there for 38 years, waiting for the water to be troubled. And every time somebody jump ahead of him in the pool. And all he had to do,